Today, let's talk about car maintenance. This is a hot topic. Transmission fluid changes. We will start with regular automatic transmissions today, and then another video I'll do on CVT transmissions and a few other weird ones. But regular automatic transmissions. Okay. How do you know if your car has a regular automatic transmission? Few different ways. You're gonna have, if you don't know already, you're gonna have to just search online, and you're gonna look. If your car has, if it says like 6-speed automatic transmission, for example, that's a regular automatic. If it says like 8-speed, whatever, all the different, if it says whatever speed automatic transmission, that's gonna be regular, not a CVT, which stands for continuously variable transmission. All right, now that we got that out of the way, if you have any questions about what your car has, just comment and I'll look it up for you, or maybe I already know. You want to change your transmission fluid, in my opinion, every 60,000 miles. So 60,000 miles, you know, sometimes that seems like a little more often or a little less often, depending on where you come from. But 60,000 miles, some manufacturers will tell you you never need to change the transmission fluid under normal driving conditions. And if you look what that is, or what's considered, you know, the more extreme driving conditions, most people fit into the higher maintenance chart anyways. But trust me, at 60,000, you're gonna want to have it changed. I've seen vehicles with 100,000 miles that have supposedly lifetime fluid in them that are shifting weird, you know, just doesn't feel right, and you drain that fluid out after 100,000 and it is black and it looks like water coming out, like black water. And that's not what transmission fluid's supposed to look like. Usually it is bright red, like really bright red, like a blood color almost. So, you know, just do it at 60,000. If it has a filter, change the filter as well, and change the transmission pan gasket, although those things are becoming less popular in modern vehicles. A lot of times modern vehicles will just have a little particle screen, and a lot of them aren't replaceable easily and aren't meant to be serviced. So you just drain and fill the fluid. And I know you're not going to get all the fluid out. If it makes you feel better, you could do it a couple times and you'll get more of the fluid out. But for most people, just a simple drain and fill and a filter change, if that's even a thing on your vehicle, will be more than enough, and your transmission's going to be happy and keep running good and shifting nice. Why transmission fluid wears out is because of heat. So inside the transmission there are clutches in a regular automatic transmission, which is what we're talking about in this video. And that's basically one spinning plate, and there's another plate that might be spinning at a different speed, or it might not be, and basically they get shoved together and it creates a lot of heat and a lot of friction. So over time this kind of burns out the fluid, so to speak, and it'll get darker and darker and darker. So, you know, most of the time by around 60,000 miles, it'll have kind of an orange color instead of being bright red. So swap that out, put some new stuff in there, and you'll be all set for another 60K. And the reason I chose 60K is because it's an easy round number. It is recommended by several manufacturers at that mileage for severe driving, which, like I said before, the definition of that is pretty, it's less severe than you might think. It's like lots of stop and go traffic, you know, like cold temperatures, like things like that. And it's like, okay, that's a lot of people. Towing, you know. Yeah, so you get heat, which kind of degrades the fluid over time, and also you do get wear material, which could be like microscopic metal particles from just the transmission working, or like clutch material a little bit, things like that. And you just want to keep it fresh. It will ruin your transmission over time if you don't change it. It will. Like, I don't care what kind of lifetime anything. And again, I've heard anecdotal evidence of people saying, oh, I have 200,000 miles on my vehicle and I've never changed the transmission fluid. That's good for you, you know? But I'm still gonna do it on my cars, and I'm still gonna recommend it on anyone that asks me, because I've also seen the opposite. And changing your transmission fluid is way easier and cheaper than changing a transmission. And that's the last, to me, that's the last word I need to have about it. But I genuinely do think, like, I mean, I know that the fluid wears out over time. It's a known thing. See what color your fluid is. Unlike engine oil, which you can't really judge on fluid color, you can judge transmission fluid, regular automatic transmission fluid, on fluid color. I know it's not the complete picture, yada yada. Like, you can do an oil analysis on your transmission fluid if you want. Go ahead. I've done it before. But, you know, a good starting point is the fluid red, or is it brown or orange, or is it really dark? So, you know, it'll just start at red and get slightly darker as it gets worn out. And it'll actually smell a little burnt over time as well. So, I'm going to be doing another video about CVT transmissions, because that's a whole different thing. Let me know. Let me know what's going on. If you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, if you think I'm wrong.